the need to find a balance between wanting and needing to make an impact and to pay back basically who's supporting our research via public funding needs to be balanced out against the need for still conducting basic non-applied research that might have a lot of impact in the future, but might be more difficult to frame in utilitarian terms in a short-term perspective. The way we address that dilemma will shape the future of Tri-Council agencies funding, I think.
My work has a lot of non-traditional outputs involved in it, but I don't necessarily think that a lot of my non-traditional outputs are as valued as my traditional outputs. So it was interesting to see that other people were as concerned with those non-traditional outputs as well. That said, I think one of the issues that was left over at the end of the discussion that most people felt was still important was whether or not our research outputs need to be considered of use to a given area, whether they need necessarily to lead to jobs, whether the benefit of the research is the research itself and the knowledge itself, or whether it has some kind of outside utility.
The main takeaway was I was really glad to hear that the social sciences are beginning to understand that a lot of graduates aren't going to be streaming into academia as career paths, that there's a real awareness of the need to emphasize and to teach transferable skill sets.
The whole idea of collaboration and connecting the student to their experiences after university. So acknowledging that it's graduation's not the destination, it's the whole journey involved, and so making sure that students are getting a lot of education as well as real life experience while they're within the university, and they're prepared to be able to communicate what those skills are when they go out into the working world and continue their lifelong learning journey.
Surtout, je dirais la nécessité de la collaboration, donc je dirais de trouver des façons de faire des choses interdisciplinaires, donc de trouver des façons d'appliquer nos propres recherches à des recherches que font les gens dans des autres programmes. Aussi l'usage de la technologie, de la média sociale, donc Facebook, Twitter, comment est-ce qu'on peut disséminer nos recherches et communiquer nos recherches à un lectorat qui est plus grand. Donc c'était important.
Increasingly, there's a need to see our research or what we do in our universities in Canada in the bigger picture of what's going on all around the world as global citizens. And so the opportunities to actually disseminate research across borders, to benefit from participation across borders, to contextualize our research even within the bigger picture of what's going on around the world, I think is so important. And for me personally, my research, which focuses on protecting traditional knowledge, I think that kind of discussion really just blows open a whole new form possibilities for the research. For me as a person, I would say that it's making sure I take advantage of opportunities to disseminate my research beyond the frontiers of Canada, and as well as keep it relevant within the Canadian society, and so within the community, not just focusing on things outside, but actually linking it to what's going on, in everyday life. And so both within Canada, the relevance of the research, disseminating it to the Canadian public, as well as the bigger, the world at large.